Valve timing is an important factor to be considered in the reciprocating internal combustion engine. It has direct influence in power, torque, fuel consumption, efficiency, etc. The discovery of variable valve timing made huge improvement in engine performance, just like the evolution of ignition advance in spark ignition engines. The truth is that the valve timing must be continuously vary with respect to the speed of the engine. But this is very difficult to be done with a camshaft and the engineers add additional components in the valve gear to be done this. This made the cylinder head bulky and complex. All the automobile manufacturers are using camshaft and some additional components for achieving variable valve timing. Only some are warning. The positive valve overlap and negative valve overlap have good effects in different engine operations. For example, the positive valve overlap is good for scavenging and negative valve overlap is used in HCCA or CAI engines for trapping hot exhaust gas within the combustion chamber. A valve is not only responsible for variable valve. A flexible valve train can push the engine to an ocean of possibilities. This project is aiming to produce a valve that can operate in many ways. This is the world's first camless engine that is able to operate the valve with a stepper motor. The engine is developed in a way to operate in four various modes, including the 4-stroke Otto cycle, 2-stroke cycle, 4-stroke Atkinson cycle, and controlled auto ignition or internal EGR cycle. The first mode 1 is for the 4-stroke Otto cycle to make the engine just like to operate like a spark ignition gasoline engine. So in this mode, we have 4 strokes, and the signal for opening the valve will be received to the ECU 20 degrees before the dead center. From starting from the exhaust valve, the signal from the sensors will be received to the ECU actually at the end of expansion stroke. That means 20 degrees before the end of the expansion stroke, and the signal for closing the exhaust valve will be received to the ECU 20 degrees before the end of exhaust stroke, and which means it will be going to open the inlet valve here, and at the end of or at the beginning of the intake stroke the valve will be fully open. So we will get a square valve profile, which is the most efficient one to provide higher volumetric efficiency at higher speed too. Now the engine is operating in 4-stroke Otto cycle. The second mode is the 4-stroke Atkinson cycle. We can individually or manually select these modes for flexibly operating this valve. So this is the mode 2, and the engine is operating in 4-stroke Atkinson cycle now. So here the intakes or suction stroke valve duration is higher to reduce the compression ratio here, or the compression work will be reduced and the expansion work will be maintained higher compared to the compression work. So we will be able to provide higher thermal efficiency here. So here actually we are reducing the dynamic compression ratio without changing the geometric compression ratio. So the engine is actually, we can operate the engine as a variable compression ratio engine or VCR engine by changing the valve timing, and the engine is able to provide a fully variable valve timing too. For each change in the RPM there will be a slight change in the valve timing too, which make it a completely fully variable valve timing engine. So in this cycle the inlet valve closes somewhat a degree after the suction stroke. So the valve will close between this start and end of the compression stroke period. So this third mode or mode 3 is the 2-stroke cycle mode. In this mode the valve actually oscillates between the exhaust valve and inlet valve. So it is used to provide a regenerative braking system. Here we are recouping the energy as compressing the air, not as electricity here. So we can use the compressed air for supercharging the engine, or we can run the engine by using this compressed air. So we can change the engine to operate in a 2-stroke mode while hill descending or while the braking period. Here you can see the valve is actually oscillating towards the exhaust side and the inlet side to make the engine work as a 2-stroke engine. This is third mode.
Now we are going to check the fourth mode, which is the internal EGR mode, or it is also similar to controlled auto ignition engine. So we can in this period we will be able to operate the engine or to initiate the combustion without a spark plug. Still you can think that it's a gasoline engine and it can operate without a spark plug. It is actually because we have maintained a higher geometrical compression ratio, and we can uh, change it to a smaller compression ratio at the time of a spark ignition mode operation. So in this period you can see that the exhaust valve open speed is very less compared to the 4-stroke Otto cycle, and the period of inlet valve opening time is increased. Actually in this period the exhaust valve will be trapped in the combustion chamber, and you know that the inlet valve will be open for a long duration, so the the burned gas will enter the inlet plenum, and the engine will suck back the exhaust gases first, and then the fresh charge. So it will provide an internal EGR mode for providing the atmosphere for auto ignition in the engine. So we can operate the gasoline engine without a spark plug. So it's actually marvelous because a single engine is able to operate in 4 various working modes. This is the working of this engine, and we can put more various working modes than this. The best thing was we were able to provide a nearly square valve profile in all these working modes, including the 4-stroke Otto cycle, 4-stroke Atkinson cycle, 2-stroke regeneration cycle, as well as the 4-stroke controlled auto ignition or internal exhaust gas recirculation cycle. So it's actually a marvel. Okay, the DC motor is used for cranking the engine, and there is 4 sensor discs. Each of them is representing each working modes from 4-stroke Otto to IEGR cycle. We have faced a lot of challenges while developing this project, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubts, feel free to leave them below and hit the bell icon to get notified when I make a new upload. And see you in the next video. Bye.